Look at the water droplets on that. Isn't that cool? This one almost looks like a snow cone.
With a sniffle.
It's so hard to video this one so close to the road. There could be people. We'll do a peony tour. They're just starting to pop. The horse chestnuts are popping. And I'll show you what survived and what hasn't survived in the garden this winter. So it's looking good. We're off to a good start. The wrens just got here. I heard a sandhill crane this morning, and Ripley is just loving life. What are you doing, girl? Wait for the car. Pretend like I'm doing something. Well, it's a beautiful morning. It just rained and we're gonna get our first plants in the ground. Those are going to be the Supertunia Vista Bubblegum drift and a few other things in it. This is one bed dedicated to one mass planting that will just be a carpet of pink and a few accent plants. And by a few, I mean a lot. We've got over 6 flats that we're gonna try to jam in of the Supertunia Vista Bubblegum. The fact that it's a Vista is very important to what we're doing because we want to have as much color and coverage as possible. The Vista is going to be 3 foot wide. It's going to go 1.5 feet out on each side, so that diameter is going to be 3 foot, and we'll have to use, or we'll get to use less plants to cover more area. I bought the saffron finch back there because I saw all the pros had it last year and I wanted it. I just love that color, and it wasn't available until this year. I bought it way too early because I just wanted to get as many as I could. Thought everybody would have the same idea I did. And it was hard to keep the frost off of it, but now that I know the difference between a Vista and a regular Petunia, I had trouble finding the Vista Bubblegum. So I was buying individual plants, and so I've got an odd lot of these plants, but I didn't have what I needed to do this bed. And I had to actually go to a nursery and order and buy them right off the truck when they got there on Sunday. So I got 4 flats. So I have enough to do this, but I think next year I'll plan a little bit better and make sure I secure the bubble gum first, because that is the most important one. If you see it in the nurseries, you probably pick it up because it's gonna be gone. I had trouble last year finding it after maybe in June, and it just seems like everybody's figured it out but me. And I was wrong getting the finch probably first. So I should have got the Vista Bubblegum and then bought the finch, because the finch was a little bit more trouble keeping the frost off, just because I did buy them way too early. But that is just a beautiful flower. I just love that. So that's Supertunia saffron finch. And that is just the coolest color. I just love that. I looked for it last year. So in addition to that, we're going to put not just Supertunia Vista Bubblegum, we're going to put Verbena Bonariensis, which I've said before is my top 3 flower out there. That is just cool. Oh, I just love those. And I don't know if they come back for me if they seed, but I always have a few in the same spots the next year. And with those, we're going to put the sweet potato vine that can be 4 to 8 foot long, and that will add that chartreuse color that I wanted from the lemon coral sedum last year. I thought the lemon coral sedum looked great with the Vista Bubblegum. That chartreuse color against that super bold pink of the Vista Bubblegum that just keeps blooming, but they just didn't spread enough. So I've got my spread there. I'm going to put, I think, lines down each edge, or the corners maybe, and then maybe do one or two in the middle, depending on however many I've got, how everything goes. But so with that verbena popping up 30 inches, we'll have plenty of depth with different heights that we'll be able to play with, and that carpet of color of chartreuse and pink. We've also got a Superbena, which I wanted to try this year. I don't really love the plants by themselves, but when you have so many beds that we can make drifts with, the pros use them and they look awesome. I just love the drifts of Superbena, and on TV. I don't know if I've seen them in real life, but we're gonna try it this year. I've got 2 iterations. One's white, and Amethyst Mist is white and purple, actually 2 shades of purple, but it's the same leaf structure as the Verbena. If you look at them real close, you can tell they've got that jagged edge. And the Superbena is just supposed to be an insane spreader, bloomer, and they're gonna go to October or whenever it frosts. So we have constant color and we've got lots of spaces. We're gonna stick these So we're gonna get our first bed in today. We'll do a peony tour after that. They're just starting to pop. The horse chestnuts are popping, and everything is really just coming alive, but it is a beautiful day. I heard my first wren and a sandhill crane. So this bed's going to be awesome. We've got these giant oaks that just add super age to maybe the bed. I don't know, but that dark mulch against the road is just a showstopper. I love that. So people get to enjoy it from the road. I get to enjoy it from this side. And I just need to do some work. Hopefully I get some helpers soon and we get planting. Ripley is not going to help. That stuff stinks.
Yep.
Jam that other one in there. Front side. So do you want to use the shovel or just do it?
No.
Everybody's got allergies now, but we're done. We just are missing one bubble gum. And we actually went to a nursery at lunch and looking for one, which probably would have been a flat, but we didn't have it, or they didn't have it. What do you think, girl? Hi. You come out in the sun? You don't come out in the sun. So I thought I was done, but we got everything planted. And Rose reminded me I need to get the irrigation done today because we're not going to get a lot of rain. I've got these 1-foot spikes. I think that'll hold the main line down. And once I get the 1/2 inch all speared down to where I want it, I can make sure we've got drip to each individual plant. I'm doing 1 gallon an hour emitters, and I'll have 1/4 inch coming out of that to directly to the plant. So this is not the fun part. Oh, and what I'm actually going to do is use the Beehive app to turn the water on, and that'll give it some weight to the pipes as I try to finagle between the plants and where I want them to go. So I'm just going to set it to manual for 1/2 hour, and it should turn on right about now. Once the water comes through, you'll see those pipes sag because of the weight. Running the water before I actually bury it and cover it up is a good idea because it reveals shoddy craftsmanship, shoddy work. I got a hole in that one, and you can kind of just inspect the emitters and everything. Like this emitter's not even coming out of the end of the pipe, or it wasn't. It's actually dripping down, so that's all right. But some of these emitters are just going to nowhere. So I need to plug the ones that I don't need. I need to put longer hoses on the ones that need to go somewhere, and it's just going to be a lot of work. I don't know why I even stuck one on the top there, but you can see when it does that, it just runs down and drips to the bottom of the hose instead of where you're actually trying to go. Gravity has to hold that down. So that's 1 gallon an hour. If I run that for 15 minutes a day, I think everything will get watered well enough. And I do put a sprayer just as a visual to know if it's on or not. Once in a while, I do like to see that it's working and it's running because it is automatic. Turn that off for now. But this is going to be quite a bit of work, but it's worth it to me. But it's a lot of work. And you've seen it on a lot of my other videos, so I'm not going to bore you with the irrigation setup, but we'll do a whole setup with the Beehive automatic watering system soon, and it's worth buying. I bought it last year, and it kept everything from dying because I'm bad at watering.
No, all right. Come here. I'll pet you. I'll pet you. You're still in the shade. I'll block the sun for you. I'll block the sun for you.
Ripley does not like the sun. The carnage of pots, which the lovely Ann Rose is cleaning up for me.
Ripley, come on, get out of there. Ripley, get out of there. No, 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 no. Inside. Inside, come on. Inside. We don't hurt little birds. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. All right, get inside. Gross. Come on. Good girl. Run before Ripley finds you. All right, get in the water, guys. Three littles, three teenagers. And everybody's safe. Ripley's chasing a rabbit. She didn't even know they were out here. Oh, this is nice.
perfect, gentle rain.
What are you hunting, girl?
Well, this is everything I could have hoped for. This is a nice, gentle rain we've had for maybe 4 hours. And we just got everything planted yesterday in the bubblegum drift. Look at this Weigella. These just put on a great show, and I wasn't too crazy about it, so I put it in this nursery bed. It really isn't a bed yet, but that is just awesome. Probably should have pruned it and pulled that buckthorn out, but anyway, it's really nice to see these plants get watered in by rain. You can't water anywhere near as well as a nice gentle rain or even a hard rain sometimes, but this bed is just gonna be awesome. I just love that. It doesn't look like much yet, but give it 2 weeks and that will be awesome. Just overflowing. Looks like we got a worm coming down from a thread there. I wonder what he is. Maybe a mayfly, I don't know. I've got drip going to every one of them, and I tested it out. So everything got a drink last night. Everything got watered in. All the dirt that we kick up on them when we plant these got kind of washed off, except for it looks like that one. But for the most part, and that potato vine, looks like there's still some dirt, but we'll get some rain, and that will just be awesome. These double plantings of Verbena and the bubblegum petunia is just going to be a showstopper. Just need to get those pipes buried. But I promised a peony tour, so we'll check out what has bloomed. We are just maybe a week away from everything being top form, but I noticed when I came home yesterday we did have a yellow. We really got into yellows one year, and that just is awesome. Big blooms just about to pop. We've got that first one, and we've got another yellow here that's gonna probably pop tomorrow, maybe today. Look at that bloom. Look at that. That's awesome. Oh, there's a big one back here. I like it against that black lace elderberry. And here's one of the more general herbaceous. Not quite as spectacular in high petal count as you would some of the more David Austin rose looking type peonies, but they're all right. See if we can get a shot of Mom Robin here. Oh, sorry. I got some peonies behind Mom Robin, but I don't want to bother her. She's got some babies in there. Back there, there's 56 peonies on this edge, and just about to bloom. At least yesterday. Oh, some of them popped today. And this is what I mean by the high petal count. This is almost like a David Austin rose. They last for a long time, and they just look like they've got a 300 petal count per bloom almost. I don't know what it is, but if you look against the herbaceous peonies, they just have that outer layer of bloom, and then they just kind of just disintegrate quickly. But these just look like they're furry. They're crazy peonies, and they last maybe 5 times as long as a regular herbaceous peony, I'm going to call them over there, but they are really cool. Got another one there. It seems like most of them are the red ones. They're not an Ito. Well, maybe that's what they are. Maybe they are an Ito. Itos are crazy. There's another nice one. Shorty. Look at that. But this is going to be awesome in a week. Another herbaceous that's got a lot of pollen, so I wonder if the bees even go to these. I've never even thought of that.
But this one even has disintegrated, and I think it just bloomed yesterday. So we've got a peony bulldozer that runs through here and chases rabbits. So but they just look awesome in the rain. That is cool. I think the rain just stopped actually. And here's a big white one, and it does kind of, I don't know if it's a peony or it's not an ito, it's not. But look at the water droplets on that. Isn't that cool? I just love that. This one almost looks like a snow cone. That's crazy. And we get to the itos, and oh, the yellow iris bloomed. That is, I just really like yellow lately. My neighbor gave me that, and I think that might be my favorite iris that I own. Look at the water on that. That is so cool. This is a real neat peony. It's got it's an ito, and it's got a pink outer rim of flowers, and then the inside it's like a peach ruffle where it's the high petal count again, and it is awesome. I think that's a yellow peony again. You think maybe not, because it doesn't really look yellow from the balls. But we've got one more that's an ito up here, and if you don't know what an ito is, we'll share that in a week or so. But this is doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. And I think I need to trim that by Burnham. So that's gonna do it for this video. Once it stops raining completely, I'll get that bed cleaned up. But we've got a lot to plant today, so we'll get that out on the next video. And in the meantime, thanks for watching.
You are wet, girl. You are wet, girl. Oh my gosh. Come here. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you just take pats all day, won't you? Oh, you're dirty too. You are dirty. Dirty Adam. You are just a good girl, though. Let's go. Go play towel.